Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News.
Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Good morning. I hope you all have slept so good, and we are back with another hot topic show. Got a couple of things I want to get into today. I'm gonna make it a nice, light, funny show today. Hope everybody has good spirits. I've slept well. I feel good. A little rush kind of day. I got to get to the office. Got a meeting at 10. Got a meeting at 11. Got a meeting at 12. So it's a busy day for me. But I love to come through and shout out to the crew. Shout out to y'all. What up? What up? What up? I hope you all are doing well. Give me a hug. Hit that like button. There you go. I got you a little kiss on the cheek. I hope your day is going well. Shout out to my members and moderators. Listen, y'all make this channel pop. I love the energy y'all bring each and every time I go live. Thank y'all for being here. It's always a pleasure. And I can't wait to drop some things, some merchandise for you all, specifically members, mods, and subscribers to the channel. Remember, I have some of the dopest subscribers from everywhere, all different sectors. And I love when we converge on hot topics and we talk about any and everything. So thank you for being here. And go ahead and hit that like button, okay? If you are part of the replay crew and you're actually watching this part, please give me a like. All likes matter, even yours right now. And you're not a subscriber of the channel and you're interested in subscribing, come on, subscribe. Turn on that subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and turn on those notifications. And if you want to show me some love, you can always do so by sending me a Cash App, $ Roman L. Jackson. Anything that you do send always is delighted and a pleasure to have. And it always goes back to supporting the channel and me and everything we do over here. So thank you for joining. And shout out to y'all. And thank y'all for being here with me this morning. Let me sip on this. Woo. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out to the crew. What is going on? Thank y'all for being here today. We got another show, another quick show. A couple of things I want to get into, but I do want to have like several announcements and updates that I want to go through today. So we're gonna kick off the show with that, and we're gonna dive right into hot topics. Another just a straight hot topic show. But before I begin that, I just want to say what up to y'all. What is going on? I don't know why I've been extremely exhausted these last couple of days, but I've been like getting some really, really good sleep. I went to bed last night at 8 o'clock. I never went to bed at 8 in my life for a long time, but I went to bed at 8, didn't wake up until like, what was it, 5:30 this morning? And thank God I went to bed and had my show ready. So pretty much we're here. I don't know. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know why I've been so sleepy, so tired. For those who haven't tuned into the beef sector as much as I have been, I think that might be a reason why I've been tired. Oh my God, that has been a very much so interesting to watch. And I'm hoping everything gets better once Tracy does return back to San Francisco. Shout out to Tracy and the Pieces and everybody that's been watching that entertaining, very much so content for YouTube. Very much so everyone is able to eat off of that. Shout out to Tracy for that. And I don't have anything else to say when it comes to that. I don't everything I've always had to say about that is always resided in the chat. So in Tracy's chat, I've said whatever I had to say. um that's how I feel about it. It's not my business. Now that doesn't mean that I neglect, because I hear people when they talk. I do hot topic stories, I do crime stories, I do news stories, and I cover domestic violence. I cover people meeting people on social networks and online, and oftentimes being murdered and stuff like that. Now, don't ever get it mistaken between what's real and what's done for content. I always understand the optics of both. And on both situations, I lend myself towards what's safe and what's the right thing to do. Okay. So when it has to do with stories that I talk about on my channel, I'm always preaching the right thing to do. When it comes to content, I see that, content creators are doing in their travels. I'm back watching like everyone else until it does turn into something I need to talk about. And I'm gonna be honest, I've saw nothing. That's me. Now that doesn't negate those who do. Some of you all are women. Some of you all have been triggered. All of that stuff. I don't negate that. I don't say it's bad for you. And express yourself however you feel. Go live, talk about it. But I don't want one person's experience to just dominate everybody's perspective on a situation. Not when, she's dealing with an alcoholic. We never know if her perspective on dealing with an alcoholic is similar to yours or mine. So that's where I left it at. And it was great to watch. It was entertaining. I wish nothing bad happened to Tracy or Rob, to be for that matter. But I did see the outcome, and I'm still here, and I'm watching, and I'm staying tuned. So of course I'm a little biased because I like Tracy and I'm impartial, but at the same time, I do realize that it was triggering for some. So I wanted to say that because I watch everyone when they're talking about it, and it's like, well, how can you be for this and then you see that and you don't say nothing? It's not my business to do. I'm doing stuff that's a call to action. What Tracy's going through was not a call to action for me. And Tracy know how, you know how to blink twice in the camera, girl, if you needed your PCs to come up. And some, for the most part, yeah, I cashed after people, cashed after, supported her, all that good stuff, because we wanted to make sure she was good. That should be indicative of nobody is really paying attention to if it goes, if something happens to her, then whoa, no, we right here lock and key with her. I see. I got the back channel email. I know, if we need to touch her and say, girl, you need a ticket or whatever. But I was watching like everyone else. So that's it. That's all I had to say about that. Love you, Tracy Down. Do what you gotta do, girl. Get these motherfuckers off your back is the next thing. I was trying to listen to you this morning. Shake motherfuckers off. Get them off your back. And you doing right. You're doing a good job. Shout out to the crew. Good morning, Shay. Hey, Shay. It's good to see you this morning. Hey, this too much. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Hey, Brick Girl Haley. Good morning, Cheryl Burnett. Thank you for coming through, Bo. Hey, Shantae. San Fran. I thought it was Sacramento. Was it Sacramento? I thought it was San Francisco. Sacramento. You right. Oh, girl. It's Texas, San Antonio. Oh, okay. Hey, Zap. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for coming through. Totally agree. And it is what it is. I have to stay out of it. I didn't after a while, but I did drag, her boo, Rob, in her chat, but I did it in her chat. I made sure that if there was going to be any dragging of anyone in the situation, it was going to be in her chat for her to be able to respond to me right there, real time, if she felt any kind of way. But that's the extent I felt of it, and it didn't, it's sad, but it didn't trigger me. I didn't look at it and say, oh my, but I know that there were some women and some people who went through that. So, and to you all that were triggered, I hope that you have some way to express yourselves. All right. I'm glad I feel so much better about that. I don't know why. Like, what the hell? But I do. All right, y'all, let's get into today's show. So I want to go over some announcements first. Before we get into the hot topics, I want to clarify and update some things. So the first thing I want to clarify is, oh, and before I begin, here's the question of the day, and we're going to answer it at the end of the show, okay? Do not drop your answers in the chat. Wait until the end of the show, please. So the first thing is our question of the day is going to be, who out of these four individuals, which two would you bring back to life, and what two would you keep dead? And we're gonna do that at the end of the show. Um, First update. So after this whole Aretha Franklin trans natural woman fake ass beef, that shit pissed me off. Now, that pissed me off. The fact that, I literally saw the article, posted it to my community wall because I thought it was real at the time. Shout out to the fucking crew because y'all came through in them comments, especially Invictus Knowledge. I keep giving you your props, and you made me definitely glue into it. And that's when we uncovered that this is trying to stoke us. So after all the stoking, and people, because what it did was it caused room for a conversation here. And you know me, you can have the conversation all you want to. This is a slippery slope. You want Natural Woman? What the fuck is next? A movie, kids stuff? No, I'm done. No. But the good thing that came out of this, you all, is that Aretha Franklin's Natural Woman return. Oh wait, return to the number one on iTunes after the controversy being deemed anti-trans. Now that's a sign that we all, especially the gays, we saw right past it. We absolutely saw right past it, and I'm glad that the content creators that I did get a chance to listen to, they all saw right past it too. Or if they did it, they did the same thing I did. Whoa, Sally on the parody, but it's a parody. Now, here's the next thing: be looking forward for them to drop some more parody type tweets. I could see it. They've already made sure that they're doing it in defense of trans, but they're being funny about it. Like the natural woman for Aretha Franklin. They're not trying to. They allegedly are not trying to change her music or take it off of iTunes, but they wanted to be funny about it and cause conversation. So I see them doing this with a number of things. They better be careful before you get a fucking lawsuit. You fuck with the wrong. I mean, there's certain states you can't even. You try to pull some shit with Prince, and I want to see how long y'all stay around. So shout out to Aretha Franklin for getting that number one and for her estate. Shit. The woman is dead. Leave her alone. Let that song rise. Now the next thing I want to update y'all on is Diamond. So Diamond from this duo, I forgot their name, y'all. What's the Silk and Diamond? Silk and Diamond. So the reason of her death, it was found out to be heart disease. Now, this is going to be interesting because a lot of people were like, was it COVID? Did she pass away from COVID? And for the most part, the details I'm going to give you around her death, it doesn't confirm it or not to me. But let's go. So the first thing is that, she died. The family said that she died on January 8th of a heart disease due to chronic high blood pressure, right? Now, this is after everyone has been saying that, it was COVID-19 and that her family came out here and said that that was not the reason. It wasn't the virus. Well, come to find out, they've done no autopsy report. There was no sort of medical examination done to really support this being a heart disease condition. So the family just released that statement. It doesn't say that nowhere on the death certificate at all. I'm at this point where I'm just gonna leave it alone. Rest in peace, Diamond. For all intents and purposes, it was a heart disease, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. All right, I brought this up on yesterday's show, but I wanted to clarify it, okay? Because more information is coming out. This literally came out yesterday while I was sitting on live. I looked at the timestamp; it said 7:43 a.m. I said, "Damn, I was on live then." So just to clarify, Ron DeSantis claims he's banning AP African American Studies because there is a segment of the course that focuses on queer theory. And see, I knew it had to be something deeper than just African American Studies, because if you're going to use the same criteria to get rid of African American Studies, it goes across the board. AP History, I said them all. So in this particular course that he doesn't want to go on, that the College Board advanced for their approval, you'll notice where it's highlighted. So, in their historical developments and throughout the objects of this course, they're going to discuss feminist and gay and lesbian activists who mobilized behind claims for legal, economic, and social equity. Where is the fucking problem? That didn't seem like it was an issue or a problem at all. Literally, feminist and gay and lesbian activists mobilized behind claims for legal, economic, and social equity. And because you're discussing gay and lesbian perspective, a gay and lesbian perspective, I guess this doesn't mean it's suitable. So I'll do you one better, right? So after this got out, right? After this came out, this is yesterday. One of the school district's employees got under this tweet and started saying, yeah, and next he's going to ban AP US history. So Chris Evans, he gets under her tweet like, do you have a source for this? Because as far as I'm aware, the AP US history course already exists as part of the curriculum. Baby, she said, not only do I got proof, bitch, I got the letter he sent to me. And so as you can see at the end of the tweet before I cut it off, this is the letter I got from school on day 1 this year. And every parent of a kid taking an AP class got it as well. And I told y'all, he couldn't just attack AP African American Studies without having to attack them all. And sure enough, that's why I said I wanted to update this, because I was sure enough right. So this letter came out, and it's basically, and then you ain't got to read the whole thing. I just basically tell you in a nutshell. Basically, this letter tells parents that the college board provides AP courses to the school district voluntarily. We can come in and tell them we don't want these courses, that courses, or this course. And now we're opening it up to parents to be able to say to the schools, we don't want this course, that course, or that course. Before it was just you needed the approval of the school district. Now they want parents to buy in. And if you want your school, if you have a student at a school that you feel the course, you can also have that course audited, which means that the course will be ended and paused mid-school year for them to come in and audit it. Welcome to the world of AP fucking course, African American Studies. I knew it was going to be a slippery slope, dog. I knew it had to be. You can't just go and get rid of African American Studies all willy the fucking nilly. So we're here. Be on the lookout for more information there. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how in Florida, I ain't want to bring it on today's show. Sometimes I get tired of talking about Florida. Florida, the state of Florida, as of February 1, teachers can no longer have books in their classroom. And I'm just going to leave it at there. We're just going, what the fuck you want? You might as well make it a prison cell. They can't have books in their classroom. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Now, continuing on announcements and updates, I wanted to share this with you all because I see everyone talking about it, but I don't see really anyone pushing what's going on behind it. And I want the crew to understand what's happening to their prices in the supermarket. So this is just announcements and updates and little news. So the price of eggs. Everyone's been asking what the fuck is going on with the price of eggs. Well, I'm going to break that down for you real quick in like 5 minutes. Got you. So across the nation, the average cost of eggs are $4.25. That compared to $1.78 a year ago. Okay. In some parts of the country, it's $9.73. And I just find it odd because where I buy my eggs, I didn't even notice a price difference. I didn't even know it was that major. They're like $4, but I don't know. You really don't look at it. I really did not look at that price of eggs until now. So what's been going on is that apparently last year, 43 million birds were affected with the avian flu outbreak, right? So this outbreak attacked all these birds across the nation. It started in, I think it was Missouri. It started in Missouri and it traveled to 10 states, right? Well, it didn't say on this one, but it started in Missouri and it traveled to 10 states all over, right? So eggs, they had to go up because they couldn't produce enough. So the demand, the price go up, demand, cost, supply, the whole supply and demand cost, that whole took over. Well, don't you think the birds will rehabilitate and stop being sick? And that's what happened. The birds stopped being sick. Everyone came back. The ecosystem came back full. And here we are. And so the avian flu outbreaks were discovered in February 2022 in Delaware. I'm sorry, it was Delaware, and spread to 10 states. The worst impacts of the avian flu were over by that spring, but prices kept increasing. No hen losses were reported after the beginning of June, except due to sporadic outbreaks in September, October, and November. Now y'all see that, right? Nothing going crazy. So here's where here's where the becomes a scandal. So the real culprit behind this 138% hike in the price of a carton of eggs appears to be a collusive scheme among industry leaders to turn inflationary conditions and an avian flu outbreak into an opportunity to extract egregious profits reaching as high as 40%. And that's where we find ourselves at. And so everyone is calling for the FTC to investigate. And it's just this, and it's so fucking crazy, y'all. It's just one fucking farm that holds a 20% market share of the egg industry, who decided to jump the prices instead of the other farmers who distributed eggs. Instead of them saying, well, we're gonna go low so people can buy ours, they saw it as an opportunity to rise up high too. So now they're all up, everybody is up, and now we're here. And so everyone is asking that the FTC be involved. They want the FTC to come back to regulate the food industry, which has a habit of price gouging. And here's the main farmer. The main farm is called Cal Maine. And they're trying to extort billions of dollars from pockets of ordinary Americans. Now, like I said, I didn't even know that it was a huge cost until I started realizing, like, oh wow, it did go up $1.78 a year ago, and now we're looking at $4. There's an issue there. So that's your problem. Now, if you think that's just happening in eggs, that's happening in almost in every agriculture industry, i.e., bacon. I'm so pissed that bacon is like $9. I don't even understand it. I don't even buy the packaged bacon anymore. I said, damn, if I'm gonna pay $9 for it here, I might as well go to like the meat market and get the fresh bacon. So I just go get fresh bacon, and it evens itself out. It tastes better, healthier. I just rather do that option. But that's what I wanted to update you all about. Aretha Franklin, her number one, Diamond from Silk and Diamond, she passed away from a heart disease, and it wasn't COVID-19. The AP course is actually has feminist and gay and lesbian instruction involved, and because of that, that's a direct hit to the course. And so we have Ron DeSantis backing that out, but he's also backing out other courses. And lastly, the price of eggs is up, and it's an industry insider job. This has nothing to do with lack of eggs, lack of hens. Don't let no one tell you that. All right. All right. Whew. I just wanted to get through that bunch of news. Totally agree. Hello, Therese. Good morning. Like the schedule out. Thank you. Always be. Thank you. Leave the queen alone. Let her rest in peace. Period. Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate you. And if you want to be a member, here's the link. You can always join the membership, join the crew, please. This is some bullshit. What? Yes, y'all. It's $8 and change here. Girl, for some eggs. I'll be looking for some egg substitutes. $9.89 here for some. Okay, Colorado? That's too much. I'm not sure how much it is here in Cali, but almost $5 sound about right. I just trashed a dozen of eggs earlier this week. They had expired. But you know what? That hurts so many people's souls as much as I eat eggs. I try to do at least two a day. You saving. I wonder what your pocket's going to if it ain't the eggs. Are you a big meat person? Because meat is costly now too. Completely crazy. And chicken. Exactly. Got me buying the chickens pre-wrapped in the frozen bags already. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Let's get into the hotness of the topics. Let's go. Let's go. And I hope y'all hit that like button. Please give me a little love this morning. So let's kick the show off and talk about Brittany Griner. So, Brittany Griner's come back, and she's set to return back to the WNBA in May. But it's coming with a heavy, heavy price, a damn near $30 million price tag for Brittany Griner's return to the WNBA. Now, I don't know if a lot of you all knew this, but in order for Brittany Griner to be released, we, including the WNBA, the US government, the State Department, had to consider special conditions. We had to consider special conditions because it by law, the obligation of a U.S. citizen who's been free from a hostage situation, they are legally obligated to ensure their safety for a period of time. And it's only because you don't know if the burden of releasing them far outweighs the burden of them being here. And that potentially becomes an issue. And that's what we're finding now with Brittany Griner. So Brittany Griner had a special condition. Um, I knew it was. I knew they would have to have something for her. You can't just release her into the public. She's not her notoriety for being held hostage far outweighs and exceeds her popularity of being a basketball player. I don't care what you say. Sorry. Hey, Roman, that's wrong. That's wrong. I know, but it is the truth. Go, you type Brittany Griner in on Google and you tell me what the first thing that pop up. Russia. I guarantee it. And so, because of that, there's an obligation by the US government, the WNBA, to not only protect her as an asset, but everyone around her. And we find ourselves here. So Brittany Griner forced into a special arrangements for WNBA return after her prison release. And I thought it was so interesting that the WNBA was in on her special conditions. I was like, damn, y'all, as a business, I would have removed myself. But see, she's an asset to the WNBA. She's ticket sales, she's a player, she's salary, she's all of that. So they were trying to secure their bag. So here's the reason that she has to have these special conditions. So Brittany Griner intends to return to the WNBA, but special arrangements will reportedly be required in the aftermath of her Russian prison ordeal. So across the league, it has been assumed Griner will need to travel on chartered planes to minimize security risks after she was detained in Russia last year. And hence why I told you, if you are a hostage in another country and America gets themselves involved in bringing you back, they're also obligated to ensure your safety when you return for a period of time. It's like that normalcy period while you are rehabilitated back to your regular life. Some people call it when you go. No, I don't think it's that either. When the FBI takes your life underground, I can't think of the word. So many stories and words in my head, I can't think of the word. But when the FBI takes you underground and changes your name, that's a form also of protection through the courts. So this is a protection for them. She has to fly on private planes. She can no longer fly with regular on commercial planes because of her safety. And so that opens up a huge fucking Pandora box for the WNBA because they're not as successful financially as the men's NBA, where they are flying private, where that's a normal thing. What do you mean? I thought it was crazy. I said, damn, they not flying private? Child, they find a team. The WNBA had find a team that flew private 3 times in 1 year, $500,000. I said, damn. Gosh. So here's the issue. This is why this is becoming an issue for the WNBA. The heightened security risk for Griner following her imprisonment by the Putin regime make it unfeasible to travel on commercial flights. And there are concerns about fairness for other franchises and her teammates if her teammates are allowed to fly with her. However, ESPN reports league sources say Griner is yet to officially request special travel accommodations. And so they're saying that if Griner get these special travel accommodations due to her special arrangement with the WNBA and the government, does that mean her team players would also benefit by flying that plane? And if so, what does this mean for other franchises who want to fly private? And it brings the issue. It will cost $30 million per season for all teams to charter private planes for their games. With the New York Liberty, this is the team I was telling you about, being 500,000 times by the WNBA for chartering private planes during the 2022 season. At first I said, damn, 30 million? I mean, to y'all, that may look like a lot of money, but that's not a lot of money to like these league franchises. 30 million would be nothing to the NBA. I mean, they'd be, first of all, they push the cost to the teams. The teams would be able to eat their own costs. But 30 million to the WNBA is a lot. So they're here. Me personally, I absolutely think they should be offering this as an incentive. They should attempt to figure out how can they make it so that some games, maybe the major cities, but absolutely, Brittany Griner on a regular flight right now, I don't think that's the best thing. We don't know who could be coming up with some type of ploy to take her out, hopping on the same. We don't know. It's just too early, too soon for me. So this is going to be an issue we'll find out closer as they get into the season. May is the first game in May. And so she's all set to go back. I want her to return, but I want her to be safe while she was returning. We don't have no time for no faulties. Oh, witness protection. I saw it in the chat. Thank you. See, y'all be coming through. Good morning, Kurt Vixen. Good morning. Chicken breast. I love them. Oh, you eat chicken breast. Well, that's getting expensive too, Zap. I mean, a whole bag. I got like a Purdue bag, like 5 frozen chicken breasts. It's like $9. I mean, Ox City 805 Queen. Good morning, boo. Good morning. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Who paying $30 million? The NBA, because she ain't got to pay it. See, that's the thing. The WNBA involved themselves in some of these special or conditions, allowing her to be released, which makes me think that she's been released and sort of they've opted to take on some of her aftercare. That's true. Witness protection. Witness protection. Witness protection. I'm sorry, but Brittany needs to have a seat. Thank you. Would you? She does. Are you saying she doesn't? Do y'all think Whitney needs to play this season or sit the season out? Is that what you're saying? Is that really? Queen Diva, thank you for coming through. I think it would be a great thing for her to join the season while the camaraderie is high, while the weight is on. It'll be good for her endorsement deal. I mean, wow. I don't know. You let me know if you think she needs to have a seat. You know somebody who needs to have a seat, though? Y'all want to know somebody I think should have a seat? Damar Hamlin. So we got Damar Hamlin. Oh, not play my opinion. Okay. We have Damar Hamlin, who's out here, got the girls thinking he pulling a whole junkie stunt. So it sparked a conspiracy theory. So I'm going to show you this clip of him, and I know the video ain't gonna be monetized, but I really don't care at this point. I'll do this for y'all. This shit is amazing. I love watching my own replays now. I'm like, damn, we talked about that. I'd be so shocked. Like, damn. I watched the video a year ago to today. Like, damn, we was talking about that shit. So at this point, I don't care. I love doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. So I'm gonna show y'all this clip. Now, here's the thing. So a lot of people are saying that Damar Hamlin has a body double because we remember on January 8th, he suffered a cardiac arrest. He collapsed, suffered a cardiac arrest, and was taken to the hospital. People didn't think he was going to make it, wasn't going to come back alive. Well, he showed up. He showed up to the Buffalo Bills game, and this is what people saw. Now, at first I was like, oh shit, nigga. Okay. Oh, I was shocked. I was like, well, damn, medical treatment really does work. Okay, if you got the money. He looked perfectly fine to me. It didn't look like nothing was wrong with this man. But people, if it didn't stop people from feeling, did Damar Hamlin die from the COVID vaccine and a body double take his place? Huh? Wait. Why everything? What's wrong with y'all in the COVID? So y'all check this out. And shout out to the crew, and I hope y'all hit that like button.
Looks like Damar Hamlin is in the building. Yes, if they show him in the stadium in any capacity, it will blow the doors off of this place. Damar Hamlin just showed up, and it looks like his mom and his little brother is there. Oh, we love to see it. Stay tuned. It's the Bengals, Bills, coming up on CBS.
Good job.
Returned to the facility this week. Sean McDermott telling us it was so good to have him around. He told us it's baby steps right now. It's all completely up to Hamlin, how involved he wants to be every day. A spokesperson close to the family said despite being out of the hospital, he still has a lengthy recovery. He requires oxygen and he has his heart rate monitored regularly, but he is upbeat, he's positive, and I was told he has a big smile on his face.
Damar stood up, right?
Yeah, he did. This is it right here.
What a scene. Oh. It's his sign.
What a beautiful, triumphant story that galvanized this entire...
No, I saw him doing this. I said, oh, shit. But what we didn't see is that he has a whole motherfucking tube system set up to his nose and all that. He's breathing. He's not breathing on his own. He's connected to, I don't know, the breathing machines. They call them CPAPs. I don't know if that's what it is, the right thing. I don't know. But he got one of those connected. He's not showing his face because he don't want people to see all of that. I think what they're doing, the Buffalo Bills is doing, given now, I want you all to listen to me business wise. They're paying the man salary. He wasn't suspended. They're paying medical bills. He's going to get large endorsements. His name and popularity rose because of this. They're trying to get their buck of this too. So having him at the game, I believe all of this hype about him, he wanting to come back and have him at the game and go team. I believe it's a Buffalo Bills agent, manager, some representative pushing this narrative. Get him out there. Get him to go. Show him up. Go. Because ain't no fucking way we got the footage of it. I could see if they were sensitive to it, like, oh, chill out, maybe you should. But we got complete footage. They're in the room with the cameras on them. They want this to be shown. They want us to feel the energy. This is Super Bowl season. Gets the fans excited seeing him, all of that great stuff. Now, fueling rumors, the man died from COVID. We all saw him collapse on the field. I don't know about y'all, but my eyes don't deceive me. They have not deceived me since I've been on this earth. I saw what I saw. The man collapsed, complete cardiac arrest. I remember talking about the story. I don't remember anything about a COVID-19. And if you know anything about COVID-19 and the vaccine, all of the players have to undergo it or have to opt out. No one said anything about this man opting out of the COVID-19, the vaccine or the booster shots. So lay off, let this man come back. Now, do I think he needs to sit his ass down somewhere? I really do. When our body responds to certain things, being hit, trauma, and an immediate afterwards, we go into a coma, concussion, we're bleeding. That's your body. You need to chill out, bro. Chill out, recover. It's okay. You in the greatest position ever. You getting money to chill out, bitch. I'll have a whole vending machine right next to my recliner. Bloop. Bag of chips. What are you doing? Chill out. You really should chill out. I would be hard pressed if something happens to you yet again. And shout out to Damar Hamlin for for having a good recovery too. I think that was a blessing in disguise. Through all of this. I think she should sit this one out too. She not. Another one. She's made WNBA become a little bit more popular. I'm sure there's some analytics that can show that people are talking more and more about it. For real. Damar Hamlin, another that needs to have a seat and sit this one out. Okay. Is Damar the one who had a heart attack out on the field? Yep. I am not into conspiracy theories, but in normal situations, when you do surgery, your doctors stay home for 6 to 8 weeks. That's why people are not believing. That's my thing. That's why I'm trying to say, I really think that an agent, it has to be the Bills, because any normal person would protect their asset and say, sit, chill, relax. This man is literally out there back on the field. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. Yeah, Damar is working. They getting their money. Okay, he working. I looked at it and said, oh, you on the clock, ain't you? Baby, you on the clock, ain't you? I don't believe he died, but I think he should be at home resting and not be at a game. Absolutely. I agree. I agree with you, T. Evans. I agree. Hey, Miss Queenie, thank you for coming through. Good morning. And I bet you I got your name right this morning. Good morning, fashionista for life. I said I would get that. After that live, I said I got it wrong. I keep getting it wrong. I said fashionista for life. Let me get it right. He's just a number, and they will move on if he can't play. Rest your body. Your body tells you don't they tell you the signs? I'm telling you. I was so sleepy over the last couple of days, and I got such good sleep last night. My energy feels different than yesterday. It just does. It tells you. Well, their season is over. He has plenty of time to sit out. That's true, Miss Queenie. That is another good point. He probably trying to suck it up as much as he can, but don't suck too much. Do not suck too much. Yeah, I believe he needs to sit down and be careful with his health. All the facts. Hey, Mrs. G, good morning. Good morning. Now, can we talk about another motherfucker who needs to just sit his ass down somewhere? Baby, y'all, as more and more details of this story come out, I just have to keep going back and back on myself like, damn. So TJ Holmes had another in-office affair with another junior GMA staffer. This is after I've told y'all about Jasmine Petaway on Monday or Tuesday, or was it last week? This is after that. This man had another one. So it's official. This nigga, fuck, take Loverboy out of it. He's a straight up hoe. This is a slut bucket. Looks can be deceiving. Baby, they can be deceiving. This man, the proof is in the pudding. And this man, I gotta give y'all the details of this one. So TJ Holmes, okay, the insider claims the alleged encounter occurred in 2015 now, the same year he had a months-long affair with subordinate Jasmine Petaway, whom he allegedly had sex with in his office. So let's get into details of how this one happened. This nigga's a freak, first of all. I knew he was a freak. But the difference between his freak and like somebody like my kind of freak, he wants people to know he's a freak. Like he don't mind fucking in the office and you hearing outside. He don't mind people watching y'all both come out and the girl fluster. He like that. For him, gets him on. It's like, yeah, you know, I'm that. I never could imagine, never would imagine him. Really? He couldn't have finessed me. Maybe I don't know. But this man is walking around with his thing in between. He ain't even pulling it down. He just unzipping it and just letting it slip out the way this shit's going. He just walking around like, you see it, you want some? Because the same year you cheated on your wife with Jasmine, during that cheating of her, you cheated with another girl. Okay, Amy Robach. And then we're going to answer the question that I've been asking for this whole time. Will they investigate Amy Robach? Finally got an answer on that. So we'll talk about that too. So let's get into what this freak did. So Holmes, now 45, and the staffer who is no longer with the network were allegedly in his office sometime after 3 a.m. with the door closed. I instantly was like, oh, okay, let's finish. We're told a bunch of rustling could be heard coming from inside the room and that the woman emerged looking completely flushed and like a deer in headlights. It is unclear whether the staffer ever reported the alleged encounter to HR. I said, baby, what's up, TJ? TJ, what's up? TJ, what's up, TJ? Damn. And see, I can't even be like, oh, it must be good, because this is all position of power. This is all I have authority. This is all infatuated with the boss. You know, this is all of that. I can't even be like, oh, he got it, you know, because this is merely, because most of the folks now that they're claiming that come out the woodworks are all people who were beneath you, your staffers, the producer. And the report was saying how the girl saw this as an opportunity, you know, and he took advantage of her position of power. And so he would dismiss her, it'd be once and done. It's not, you know, wouldn't ignore her otherwise, except for that 3 a.m. in the morning. She can come in and get a little dick. I was shocked. Because I kept saying he a lover boy. You know, he like loving up on him, you know, and some people are attracted to that. No, this is straight out. What's up? And it's sad because I had listened to Foxy. Yesterday, if y'all was looking at my community wall, I was watching old Wendy Williams interviews. That's where I get a lot of my inspiration for the show, how to start the show. I listen to all her radio shows, and it's great. So anyways, I was listening yesterday for some ideas on switching up concepts and segments, and I was listening to her and Foxy Brown. I don't know if y'all ever heard Wendy Williams and Foxy Brown. If you haven't and you get at work and you need something to listen to all parts, part 1, part 2, and part 3. Foxy Brown had got fucked by damn near Puffy, Lion Cohen, the whole industry, because of position of power, because they had contracts with Def Jam. And I was like, damn, I didn't know all of that. I know some people knew that, but I didn't know that. I didn't know Sprague Benz, all of these people. And so then I hear these stories now about women in the industry in a position of power, and I just go to this like, wow, and you are one of the people that abuse that. So now let's just keep going, right? So all of a sudden now, Miss Amy the fuck robot calls herself being blindsided by the extent of TJ Holmes' alleged affairs. Now, what is that saying? The way you get them is the way you lose them. Like, how are you blindsided, honey? How you think you got them? You blindsided. Put your glasses on. Put some contacts in. What the fuck you mean you blindsided? No one in their right mind would be blindsided. How did you get him? The fuck? Not only how did you get him, how complex of it? You knew the wife. They was coming to talk to you about stuff. You was the confidant. You knew about him cheating with somebody else, and then finally you were the one. You don't get your ass out of here being blindsided. You need to be farsighted. Bitch, you sound like you're nearsighted to me. Blindsided is the farthest thing from your mind. So she goes on to say she had no idea. The source says she had no idea the scope of TJ's alleged past office romances. Girl, and we supposed to feel bad for you? If you don't go somewhere, I don't feel bad for you, honey. And I think you might be it might be happening to you right now, to be honest with you. She think we supposed to be feeling bad. I saw this and said, so what? I can see if the wife came out here. I'm completely blindsided because we know she's not. She knew about the recent one, the one I just talked to you about today. The wife knew about that. This is the shit that kills me with Marilee. And I fight big. I try to mind my business, Marilee, you know. But girl, I don't know what's going on there. So she's blindsided. And so it goes on to report the U.S. Sun source believes the inquest will also look into Amy's past to try to find some scandal, noting, but unfortunately for her, she is fairly well behaved. Isn't that interesting? I said, oh, she ain't got no dirt because she's fairly well behaved. Everybody got dirt, honey. Everybody got dirt. It may not be thick dirt and it may not be soft dirt, but everybody got dirt. Don't just let up too soon on no Amy Robot. She might not be paying taxes. She might be setting up fake companies, paying her. You know, you never know. Don't wish no jinxie on her. So it also says, however, a source tells Page 6 that Robach was not blindsided, as the report claims, at least by Holmes' relationship with producer Natasha Singh. The insider claims he was upfront with her regarding their former relations, which I knew. There ain't no way you knew about him and his wife and Natasha Singh before we even found out about Jasmine Petaway and these other ones. And then now you ain't no way you blindsided, bitch. You're sitting at the table, honey. If not, you're helping him write this shit. So go somewhere, grinder. Now, in the midst of all of this, they've been spotted out again at an Irish pub. And then when they went to the Irish pub, they got the snuggly booth and sat cozy and close together. And so here's pictures of them sneaking out of the same Uber truck trying to be on the low. But they got him. They got him. I said, at this point, y'all need to go ahead and sit down with Lifetime and get the movie going, okay? Because that's where y'all interest is going to be. No one's going to be interested in y'all giving news anymore, period. Your career has literally changed dynamics. You're now more of a personality than you are a news commentator, a news reporter. No one's listening. I damn sure don't want to hear TJ Holmes talk to me about any scandal, anything in the public. Because I'm gonna be like, nah, ain't you the one to talk? Bitch, what? No, TJ Holmes. And Amy, girl, Amy, you couldn't, I didn't even want to hear you talk about women's empowerment shit. You couldn't even get rid of, hey, on today's show, we got how? So for me, they're both personalities at this point. And now this could work for their career. They could go the whole route, writing a book, getting a movie deal on Lifetime, moving down that angle. Hey, how the side piece turned into the main thing, finding real love. Because people say this is a real love story. And I'm like, this is an everyday thing. This shit happen to people every fucking day. What do you mean a real love story? People get this shit happen to people right now. Somebody is going through this same. How many times do we talk about these stories? What? The girl just died in the story on yesterday because she was in a situation like this and was going to tell the wife. So this ain't no true, real. This is no. Let it go. Let it all go. So that's where I ended with this. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Let me see what y'all say. What y'all think about this. Y'all are too much. Oh, here we go. He must have forgotten business and pleasure don't mix. Not at all, child. He's definitely for the streets, ain't he? Some people don't need to be married. Okay. I'm looking at my boss and I am like, nah, Like the Georgia. Oh, girl. Oh, I hate how the industry did Foxy. Yo, I didn't know. I didn't know. And the whole time I had been telling people that I thought Nicki was the first artist to do like a reggae slash hip hop album. No, it was Foxy. And it was so many other things like I didn't learn until I learned, which is why Nicki didn't go with Diddy because of the same thing Foxy experienced with Diddy. Baby, when I know better, I do better. When I learn better, I know better. Um, but yeah, I say go check those interviews out. It was definitely good. I called the temp service in front of him. Blindsided, the Caucasian gal needs to be the 10th wonder of the world because it don't make no rational sense. I have no dirt. Right. What? Girl, everybody got dirt. She's culpable. The fuck. Nice try, Amy. I've turned my dirt into grass. Period. Right? Zap, I got one. I hope Jesus don't let flash from my eyes on Judgment Day, baby. Chili from TLC. You to date him. Okay. A real love story. I think God Cameron's phone's in it. Baby, everybody would have been busted. What? A true whole story. If okay, all phones stay at the door at my place. Good morning, KC. Thank y'all for being here, and I hope y'all hit that like button. Give me a little love this morning. Give me a little love. So now that we got over TJ Holmes, let's get into Tiffany Haddish. And see, I knew this was going to happen to Tiffany Haddish. I knew this was going to happen to her. So the announcement came that Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, Regina Hall, and Tiffany Haddish to reunite for Girls Trip 2. So originally I was like, oh, okay, they're giving this a try, maybe, I don't know. But the way it came about is that one of the producers of the movie actually spoke out of turn. It's not that this has been green lit and all approved and bucks has been put behind it. It's just that they're now thinking about the concept for the sequel and that they're going to film it in Ghana, but all the players have not been confirmed. She jumped the gun on that. And so she said that, who's the producer of this film would be upset with her. Who's the producer of this film? Queen Latifah. Tracy Oliver is the one who came back and said something. And that one of the producers would be upset because she said something. And I said, yeah, you're damn right. Because now you got this Tiffany Haddish backlash that's going on. And people are saying you're going to re-traumatize people all over again by having them go see Girls Trip and Tiffany Haddish, a pedo. I said, what? So let's get into this real quick. Let's just explore the backlash of Tiffany Haddish. Now, I want to know what you all think. Do you think it's appropriate for Tiffany Haddish to be in this next sequel to Girls Trip? Y'all let me know. So you see here, Tiffany Haddish gets ripped to shreds for Girls Trip 2. I just want to make sure everything is all good for Girls Trip 2. So, you got the first person on here to comment goes on to say, how people gonna be waiting for Tiffany Haddish outside the premiere of Girls Trip 2? And she got this little funny picture like, what? You got someone saying, allowing Tiffany Haddish to be in this movie after everything we learned is absolutely insane. Sorry. You have people showing up to the studio to force them to recast Tiffany Haddish role in Girls Trip 2. Someone else said, hey, we have all collectively moved on from Tiffany Haddish. First, because 100% was involved in some pedo stuff and 100% paid them off. And secondly, we were even without that about to come to a collective understanding that she wasn't funny. Now, that's where you got me. I was already there. If you've been on Rocking with the Crew channel, you already know that I was already there talking about something. I sort of don't get it. But anyways, you also have someone saying they really trying to continue Girls Trip 2 with Haddish, like we didn't see the nasty video she did with Aries Spears. Someone else said casting Tiffany Haddish is proof that Hollywood does not give a damn about kids and abuse. Okay, so y'all want Tiffany Haddish canceled forever? I mean, she was held accountable for her actions. She apologized. Time has passed. When do we move on? Another lane, not Girls Trip 2 though, honey. Don't do too much. She can move on, but we're just saying not Girls Trip 2. Okay, be clear. Replace Tiffany Haddish with Janelle James. I refuse to watch this movie after the nastiness Tiffany was involved in. Nope, no, and hell no. I'm gonna have to use that. Nope, no, and hell no. They're still gonna put Tiffany Haddish in Girls Trip 2. If that pedo Tiffany Haddish in Girls Trip 2 after that mess, they can keep it. Girls Trip 2 causing a resurgence of the pedo narrative about Tiffany Haddish is really sad. I hope it doesn't overshadow the sequel. Black women already have it hard enough in the entertainment industry. And that's where the comments ended. What do you all think? What are your thoughts? Personally, I think it's a bad choice or it's too soon. If either you want to give her some time to correct her image in the public, or you want a movie to fail. What do you want to do? You know, the budget got to be high. Y'all filming in Ghana, meaning you're bringing the whole crew and everything to Ghana. I'm sure it's going to be costly. So I think they really need to. That's why I said that the producer spoke too soon, because you don't know who's in this film. And I'm sure Tiffany Haddish is going to get some backlash in this film. Maybe she might be in a couple scenes. Maybe they might find a way to leave her in the States while everybody went to Ghana. Maybe they might find a way, and she only got a limited portion. But the optics of this is telling me that, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. Okay. What, Foxy? Oh, yeah, it's my jam. Okay, hotels. Hello, BMW. BMW, good morning, BMW. That movie is on boycott status. Okay, why are they boycotting the movie, Shantae? I didn't know. Because Tiffany, oh, yeah, okay. Bye-bye, Tiffany. Okay. Hey, Jay Parrish. Enjoy your day on You too. Thank you. Wow. Didn't know that. I believe she needs to sit this out. Okay, we just having a day of motherfuckers who need to sit this out. Damar Hamlin needs to sit it out. Brittany Griner needs to sit it out. TJ Holmes needs to sit it out. Tiffany Haddish needs to sit it out. Damn. Okay, for the sit it off show. Sit it out show. Everybody need to sit it out. Yep. Google her name and the name area. Oh yeah. I don't think she's funny. No, I don't either. It's like forced comedy. It's like she's somebody who'll put like ketchup on her nose just to make you laugh. And it's like, you don't get that shit out my face. It's not funny at all. Hey, Miss Toby. It's good to see you. I know you tired. I know you tired, Miss Toby. I was telling him this morning I had to go to sleep. I couldn't. Unless she going to address it. How do you not expect anyone to take her seriously? Period. That's it. Not that I enjoy her before the allegations. Either way, I wouldn't have spent a dime to watch the movie. She is not funny. No, it lost. It just, I don't know what it did for me. She just, and I think Cat Williams fucked it up. Cat Williams just came out in a blister, obliterated her and Kevin Hart, by the way. I ain't never forget how he shitted on Kevin Hart. Maybe they will unalive her character and they're going to the motherland to spread her ashes. I said the same thing. We on the same page. Hey, Miss Linda B, good morning. She is done. I wouldn't pay to support her in anything. I'm good on all that. Well, baby, based on the chat, this is not a move. Baby, this is not a move at all. Nadine, good morning. Tiffany Haddish had no business leaving them showers. None. You see, Aries is done. He already told him my career over with. So speaking of, Tiffany Haddish went to, was it the UK, to premiere her newest feat, which is a rapping career. So she released a song at Sundance, part of her rapping career. This happened maybe a week ago. I wasn't going to talk about it because, again, I'm not interested in it, but I listened to her rap, and all I would say is maybe portray a rapper in a movie. But for you as the rapper, it ain't hitting on it. It ain't. Come on now. Cat told the truth. Didn't he? Didn't Cat tell the truth? Cat laid it out. All right, so I guess we all pretty much feel the same. Now, before I get to the next story, I just wanted to take a little break to ask a question. To you all. So we have this video. All right. This is not hot topics. This is just a little debreather. So I had this video that came across my situation on Twitter, right? And I said to myself, first thing I said to myself was, oh wow, look at this shit. And so it then started getting backlash. People started getting backlash. So I'm going to play this video for you first of this boy and this grown woman. And I'm going to ask you all to respond. What do you think? Was it wrong? Was it right? Would you do it? Blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And then I'm going to give you the response of this mother. Check this shit out. And thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Give me a little love. Give me a little love. So y'all check this out real quick, crew. So that showed up. That came across. And you had so many men and you had some women look at Shawty, go up, get it, look at him, get it. He doing that. But had that been a little girl the same age as that boy and a grown-ass man was pulling his dick out, shaking it in front of her, we all will be offended. Be trying to find out who it is. And this the shit I don't like. And you can say it's because of my sexuality. You can say whatever it is, but I don't like this shit. That's not right for no one. No little boy sitting there being sexually harassed. That's if you don't know what sexual harassment looks like, that's what it looks like. That's sexual harassment for a little child. So everybody was up and roaring. Then it went from being a cute viral little video clip she posted on her channel that went to TikTok, then TikTok to Twitter, to then being, what the fuck is this? And wish she never posted it, right? No, the mom doubles down. So here's her response. So she responds and says, I'm not raising no little ass girl. My son a grown ass man. He can touch a little ass. Fuck y'all. And doubles down even more. Y'all sons be gay as fuck. Don't worry. Worry about my son, ho. Worry about your son on TikTok shaking his ass and rolling his eyes, bitch. And I said, and these be the ones who child turn out fucking gay. Them be the ones. I'm not putting no bad hoodoo voodoo on them. But you already out the fucking gate creating a whole structure, forcing it upon your son because you don't want him to be gay. What about giving him a book because you want him to be smart? What about putting him in toddler classes? They have classes for them at that age because you want him to be smart. No, you got him on a fucking chair in a restaurant, ass thrown in his face like he a hoodlum. Like that shit is cute. I'm telling you now, bitch, nothing was cute about it. Nothing was fucking cute about it. I don't care how many people feel like and how many men may feel like it's just, it's a little kid. No, this shit is wrong because had it been a little girl, what would you be saying? What would anybody be saying if a little girl was standing right there and a man was just in front of her shaking his thing? What? Because the woman is doing it and the mother says it's okay. What are we doing? And I saw a comment. This girl put this great comment and she put it so perfectly and I loved it. So she goes on to say, y'all so homophobic, y'all become pedophiles. And let me repeat, y'all so homophobic that y'all become pedophiles. And for your own fucking kids. So I saw that and I was like, I gotta bring this to the crew. I couldn't wait till Friday's show where, I do local news and hot topics. I had to bring it to y'all today. I couldn't wait because it had me like, now mind you, let me tell y'all one further thing. That clip was on my situation Twitter page. It was on my freak Twitter. That's where that clip was circulating at. That's where it went viral. Where you got people over there doing all kind of freak shit. You want just because your ass is in it and niggas are looking at that on Twitter. Now your son is wrapped up in that shit. So you got all these people looking at that picture in that fucking angle because you think it's cute to throw a little ass on a little boy. Y'all gonna watch. Y'all be careful. You better be careful, lady. I'm telling you, be careful. This is how you get motherfuckers out. I'm being honest. Let me see what y'all think. What do you all think? I hope I wasn't the only one. Starting a rap career at 41. Miss Toby. Tiffany Haddish just makes me so angry. But her best friend is Jason Lee. I mean, come on, what do we expect? What do we expect when he's in your corner? Because I'm sure if I was in your corner, I would tell you, no, we not finna go over there, honey. What you about to do is go to radio lane. You're finna go to radio and work back up from there. Go sit your ass down where you're not seen and just heard. That's it. Build you back up. Go write a book. Go do something different. Kevin is not all that. His comedy is a hit and miss. The only good thing he did that had me dying of laughter was the earlier season of it. That was cute when it first started. It was cute when it first started. No, no, no. Good morning, mister. Good morning, mister. Thank you for coming through. Wow, baby. Oh my God. Exactly. Okay, we all on the same page. On the same. What the hell? Inappropriate. Exactly. So when people shit took this generation folk getting his fifis, the fuck going on, I'm telling you, oh no, that is so disgusting and inappropriate. Brick girl, listen. Indeed it is. That video was wrong, but that baby was laughing, which means they must be used to this kind of behavior in the household. That's the crazy thing. CPS finna pay her at. I'm telling you, Twitter went to work. That's why she got her. It's my child. I agreed to it. Oh, you agreed to it, did you? Oh, okay. You got a daughter, man. You better be careful about the shit you do. Yeah, I'm telling you, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm being honest. I saw that and it was like, what are we doing here? Sick as hell. He's not a grown man. He's a little boy. She better hope CPS isn't called ignorant ass bitch. Okay, not cute at all. Oh, that man would be under the jail or in the alley with his ass beat straight up. You know that man will get the business. That man will get the business all day long. And you got that. So I saw that and it had me a little bit like I was like, all right, okay, yeah. So I'm glad y'all share the same thing. See, we civilized over here. We a little civilized. We a little civilized. Please give me a chance. Give me please, please, please hit that like. All right. So now, after I got that out, I told you I write them down over here as CS conversation starters. After we got that conversation starter out the way, just some food for thought, like, baby, what? Let's get back to hot topics. So, can we talk about Miss Beyonce and Saudi? Beyonce and Saudi. Like, now here's my thing. Okay, before I get to the title, the commentary of what's going on. When I saw the performance of Beyonce in Saudi Arabia, I was not offended. I did not think that, oh my God, Beyonce's in Saudi Arabia. She doesn't like gays. She's supporting that. I didn't think any of that. I didn't go that far at all. That, in fact, that was not something that was on the top of my brain. Unfortunately, a lot of people went there. And not a lot of people understand that a lot of times this is their business. This is a bread and butter. She's performed in Dubai before. This is not her first go around in Dubai. And when she performed there, the same thing happened to the T. People were mad and up in arms. So Beyonce knows what she's doing. She knew to go out there. And to be honest with you, it was rehearsal for Renaissance. It was, okay, let me exercise. That's her form of exercise. Go somewhere low key where she didn't have to put so much work into her show in Dubai. All the ladies were covered up. She didn't have to do as much expressive dances. Everything was very somber and very much so like flowy. She played a lot of her empowerment records from The King. So for me, she adjusted her show to fit her contract obligation. She ain't turning down no $24 million for a 1 hour set. And so people were like, wow, somebody who's $500 million, why would they get 24 million to go over there where, they don't like gays and because I would do it. I'm gay. Are you fucking kidding me? I think sometimes people go too far with standing up for a cause versus I have to feed my family and take care of my own business. I wouldn't be here to stand up for a cause if I don't take care of my own business. That's foolish of anybody to think that. I'm gonna take it one step further. We're I'm all out of the place, but I'm gonna take it one step further. Maddie brought it home with her comments. So y'all gonna be mad at Beyonce when she perform on her tour in those U.S. states that have anti-LGBTQ laws in place? Or are you gonna go get your ticket and go? See, that selective outrage is working my cozy nerves. Shout out to T.S. Madison and her cozy feature on Renaissance. You know how many states don't even like the gays? Come tomorrow's show, and we're gonna talk about how drag shows are now being attacked. And now there's a law where that's considered adult theater, and that you can't even have those in normal districts now. They have to be like the sex stores, far and out, adult stores, far and out. They're trying to do that. Can you imagine the impact of that? But anyways, we're not there. But yeah, are we still gonna come up in arms if Beyonce was to perform in some of our most in Texas, in Florida? Are we upset? No, but we're upset because she's in Dubai because she didn't bring her ass over here. Y'all gotta chill out on these artists. Y'all gonna find out that this is bigger than just you as the one person fan. Beyonce is bigger than just Roman's thought of her. There's so many other things that comes into play. Yeah, she got a large gay fan base, but she also has women, international. Well, she's never supposed to go to Dubai. No one over here is giving her 24 million to perform. So yeah, I went up for her, and I'm gay, and it didn't bother me. I didn't think she hated me or not. I think that she does enough good outside of just this one performance that it didn't make me feel like, oh my god, she's making us look bad. No, and I'm just, I get sometimes bogged down on the fact that we always try to find an issue out of every little thing, everything. I could tell in her performance that she knew what she was doing, the way she performed. Now, she did suffer a ankle, sort of like a ankle, um, like a trip, because she was walking off the platform. You can watch the clips on Twitter. I'm not gonna put them. I'm not gonna play no unproved Beyonce clips. Out of respect for B, I do everybody else though, except for Nikki too. But she was walking and she started limping, and so after the show they carried her out, and so now people are saying she's postponing the tour, she's pushing shit back because of that limp, and it has been confirmed that she was going to announce Renaissance this weekend, but she pushed it back to January 30th and 31st to make the announcement of the tour. Now, her father came out here, good old daddy. He came out here to defend her as well as to talk about her concert and how she really brought crowds together to sing like songs like Brown Skin Girl, where the focal point isn't about being gay or not. It's about celebrating us as being minorities. And going to Dubai and being able to sing a song like that from Beyonce is impactful. We may not see it here, but it certainly is there. Those younger youth that were able to see that or be a part of it, Beyonce in that song is now a part of their culture. You got to just understand that. I know everybody, I hate Beyonce. She's idol. Look past yourself. She's the only icon right now. We got to be able to make this kind of impact. The fuck? Well, you think Adele would have gave it up? Let's just ask yourself. You think Adele would have gave her 24 million up to go to Dubai? No. You think J-Lo would have? No. The fuck? But Beyonce, she's supposed to be all things great. Hell no. I know I would have been telling her 24 mil. When are we going, B? Cut that shit out. Y'all got to cut it out. Stop imposing your standards on other people when you ain't even got that kind of resources. So her father basically said for the backlash that he pushed back against the criticism. He explained that Beyonce's concert unified a diverse audience. At the same time, he said his daughter wouldn't intentionally try to harm or isolate any part of her fan base. So can we just let it go? And I want to be honest about how within our own LGBTQ community, we have these little topics that divide us too. Like, this certainly will divide. Some will feel like, if you for us, you're not going to be doing anything that'll tear us apart. And then some of us are like, bitch, do what you got to do to get your coin at the end of the day. Don't disrespect me. Don't make music disrespecting me. Go perform your songs and get your bag and come back. You don't see her frolicking every day in Dubai. The fuck? So that was the backlash, and I'm like, whatever. So now, we got he's talking about her having a Renaissance tour. It's going to kick off. It's going to be a summer tour. She's trying to get either Flo Milli, Tim's, who was the other? It was another artist to be the opening acts. I said, why don't you do them all and rotate? It's supposed to be an epic show. Videos are supposed to, I think all of the visuals are supposed to drop after the Grammys. You know how normally, not the Grammys, after the Super Bowl. And it was supposed to be rumored that because Rock Nation recently got involved with the Super Bowl show with Rihanna, that it's because Beyonce is going to be coming on stage and featuring with her. Now, I said, I don't know how true that is, but if it is, bitch, Talk about iconic and historic. Okay, so I don't know about that, but what we do know is that Beyonce is heavily nominated at the Grammys, Renaissance Album of the Year, Best Dance Electronic Music Album, Break My Soul, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Dance Electronic Recording, Cuff It, Best R&B Song, Virgo's Groove, Best R&B Performance, Plastic Off the Sofa, Best Traditional R&B Performance, and Be Alive. But it's confirmed that she is not expected to perform at the 2023 Grammys, and her presence is not a certainty. As of now, neither Taylor Swift, Beyonce, nor Kendrick Lamar has committed to being on the show, and insiders say it's unlikely they'll be in the lineup. So I think Beyonce is reserving all of her imagery, her visuals for her tour, and this is a great marketing tactic. Save it all. You're going to get the top dollar. Everybody's going to want to go to your show. So shout out to Beyonce. Keep doing your thing. I don't care if go perform where you need to go, just as long as you're safe, your family is fine. You know what I mean? And you're taking care of your business. Ain't nobody said that she hates the gays because she went and performed over there. The hell? Now, come on now. Come on. Can't remember, was it true she received? Yeah, it was actually 30 million. I'm sorry. It's 30 million. The lie was the 24 million. It was actually 30 million. Okay. People trying to take out for tax. I don't know what they were doing, but it's actually 30 million. Baby, people act like Beyonce doesn't have fans. Right, Shantae, like what she posted. I would be insulted if I lived in Dubai and I've been her stand-in just because of my fucking country. Because what if some people who live there don't even agree with what the government stance is? It would be even more powerful for her to come over there and say, hey, I'm here for y'all. Even though I know it's hard, I'm here for y'all. You got to look at the optics. She's an artist. Okay. She has a huge following in Dubai. And she brought out a whole bunch of celebrities to Dubai. Nia Long was there, Terrence J was there, Akon, like a whole bunch of people that I didn't even expect to be out there was there. So it's like, are we gonna tell them too for going out there? We gonna boycott them? Period. TS did have a point. Nobody's calling Fonda to be canceled when she performs in U.S. hometowns who are anti-gay. Period. Not only that, Dubai has Americans who now reside there. Oh, that's true. Would they pay J-Lo 24 million? Nah, she might get 2.4 million. Matthew Hush. I would love to visit Dubai. Tell me about it. Who paying J-Lo 24 million? I don't think Beyonce should perform at the Super Bowl. Let Rihanna have her moment. I agree. I like that. Let Rihanna have her moment. I like that. That part. Dream killed this album. Beyonce should thank his pen every time she hits the stage. He did. Baby, he came through. And that's why he's so cocky with himself. Because sometimes you're like, why your ass so cocky? But you can tell, okay, you know why. Don't play with her or her husband, period. All right, y'all. So let's get to something else. So Rock Nation faced an L. They faced an L, their first L. So Megan Thee Stallion, you know about the case. Judge says Rock Nation CEO must sit for deposition in Megan Thee Stallion label dispute. Now, we talked about this before. Remember, this case is involving Megan Thee Stallion and her album deal with 1501. 1501 says that she has not fulfilled her contract obligations. Megan Thee Stallion says, I have. And so recently we were able to go to court where they were able to say that one of her albums did count as an album and wasn't a mixtape. Well, now we're we're here where the current legal dispute between 1501 and the rapper centers on whether or not her 2021 release, Something for the Hotties, should count as one of the three albums she is obliged to deliver to the label under her record deal. And so, they are trying to, get this approved. Now, what they've done is they've asked the judge to depose the CEO of Rock Nation. And typically in cases like this, you don't depose someone so high. You always go to the lowest person, like, their junior staff. Because deposing a CEO is burdensome. It's burdensome on a lot of different levels. Well, the judge agreed to allow the deposition to go on. And Rock Nation completely objected. They're like, as part of the legal battle, 1501 requested a deposition with Perez and her guys as Pete's manager so they could ask her questions under oath. That's the real tea. Pete's team objected to that request, citing rules and U.S. law that are designed to stop people from deposing high-profile executives, mainly to inconvenience and or embarrass said executives, so to pressure the other side and to settle a dispute. Y'all know what this is about? This ain't nothing about CEO Perez and the album. They want to get her on deposition to ask her questions about everything else under oath where she can't lie. Number one question they want to ask her about is what was the nature of the contract between Megan and Rock Nation? They want to know how she was poached and removed from 1501. And if they find that out, that's another lawsuit. That will be considered either a breach of contract or negligent, or you were trying to negligently get yourself involved. And that's what they really want to ask here. They don't give a fuck about this. Once they get her under oath, baby, they are going to ask. Oh, she better have, Rock Nation better have 8 different attorneys there saying object, object. Even if it ain't objectionable, they better object. Because they're about to come down for this is what you call a opening of the door. And so everyone thought the Perez was not going to have to be deposed here in this case, but she is. And so this is set to continue on in April. And so right now they're going to be deposing, getting testimony. I'd be love to know what she says. And I wonder if they're going to ask her any questions about Tory Lane and the defense. And so this will be interesting. So that's what's going on with the Rock Nation and Megan Thee Stallion lawsuit. Okay. Now, before we get to our final topic of the day, which is Chef Way, you all remember our Chef Way, baby, this old can of paint. We got to get to him. But before I do that, I want to make sure y'all hit the like button. I want to make sure everybody is cool. Make sure everything is uploaded. And thank y'all for being here, yo. Child, did you see the pics of Nia Long and Omarion? I hope she's doing her cougar thing after that breakup. I saw it, and then Omarion came out here and said he's single too. Like they both giving the illusion of they're single. Then I saw Nia Long with Terrence J out at Beyonce's in Dubai, and I was saying to myself, I said she's just playing the game. She's trying to keep her name out there hot. Like I don't really see her in Omarion. I don't know. And then after I heard everything about, they said that Nia Long was too old to play in Charlie's Angels, standing next to Drew Barrymore. It just gave me an idea of how they see her. People see her. She's too sophisticated and she'd come off too old. I'm like, is that really what she gives in real life? Because if that's the case, I don't see her being with Omarion. If she's very, reserved and Omarion to me is corn. I don't know. Maybe y'all might like her for him. I don't. I want her to get her a grown man. Oh, his hating ass. Oh, but will she show up to trial, or she finna pull what that juror did in the Young Thug trial and go to another country talking about something she didn't get the paperwork? That Young Thug trial is off the chain. Oh, Terrence J has a girlfriend. Oh, Nia Long. But do you see Omarion's temperament? I don't know. We're gonna have to explore that. Nia and Omarion. They both look good. They both look good, baby. I will tell you that. They both look good. Should I take either or? Either or. All right, so let's get to Chef Way. So Chef Way basically came out here after being this TikTok chef, after years of being off of Twitter and all his other social media sites. He came out to introduce his new cooking line after being endorsed by the likes of Walmart and all these other people. He came out to Twitter and was like, hey, here's my video, here's my new product. And everybody basically was like, hold up, Sway. Are you the same dude who basically told us black women that we weren't shit? And so he lost endorsement deals. He came out here and apologized, all that good stuff. Well, now we're here. The shit must have really, really took a toll on him. Because the last time we talked about him was the fact that his job, where he was serving as an assistant district attorney, they decided that they were going to keep him and stand by him. Well, shit must have changed. So yesterday, he went to his IG account to release this fucking 4-page essay. Now, I'm not reading this 4-page essay. I'll give y'all the nuts and bolts of it. But he released this 4-page essay right here. So he goes on to say, 7 years ago, In my early 20s, from a place of pain fueled by alcoholism, I would lash out at people on Twitter to seek attention, including Black women. So, and he goes on to say, I spent Christmas 2015 in patient rehab, only to come home and relapse twice by June 2016. After these relapses, I started my third attempt at a residential treatment in a sober living facility. So he's basically trying to talk about how 2015 and 2016, he was an alcoholic and he relapsed so many different times and tried it and tried it and tried it. Okay. So then he goes on to say, to Black women, let me be clear. My alcoholism is not an excuse, but it gives context for who I was at that time in my life. I was a bully in 2015 that chose to pick on the most disrespected, unprotected, and neglected demographic in America, Black women. I do not hate Black women. I have never hated Black women. I have no childhood trauma, romantic breakup, or other interaction with a Black woman that would ever cause for me to hate them. I accept responsibility and apologize to Black women for the pain caused by the tweets then and now. And he's like, on Twitter from 2015 to 2016, there was a sick trend that targeted and trolled Black women to gain attention and followers. Unfortunately, I joined this trend. I was addicted to the vitriol and hatred that was spewed back and forth between myself and other users that were angered by my posts. These tweets were not a drunk mind speaking sober thoughts. These tweets do not reflect the majority of my interactions on the platform, and they were the product of a very sick individual who hated only himself and wanted attention. Ciao. Let's go on. My rehabilitation. And he talks about being in rehab again. After accepting help, I was able to look within and heal the self-inflicted wounds that created the shell of a man I was in 2015. Finding passions like cooking played a major role in my healing process. Today, I choose life over death, sobriety over alcoholism, and love over hate. We live in a world where we encourage troubled people to change their lives for the better and take advantage of second chances. I challenge you to believe that it's possible. I am living, breathing example. And for finally, he tells us, although the leadership at the DA's office and I believe the path forward was possible at the outset of this situation, it has grown clear that my presence is becoming a distraction. The major objectives of the office are to seek justice and help victims, as well as to assist defendants through one of the most, if not the most, difficult period in their lives. But once I saw that my presence at the DA's office was becoming larger than the office itself and the ability of Black women in particular to feel protected, I knew the only correct course of action was to resign and to allow the healing process to begin. To be confronted with the hurt I caused Black women from a time when I was mentally, physically, and spiritually unwell, and after years of rehab and reconciliation, is one of the most difficult challenges I have ever faced. However, I have not given up hope. And then this last line was just for us to think that he gonna relapse. I know that through trust in him, my healthy coping mechanisms, and the support of my loved ones, I will continue to be the service to my fellows. So that was his response. He's resigned and he feels bad. This should have, why do people wait till the last minute to do what needs to be done? This came a little too fucking late. Womp, womp, womp. What the fuck is wrong with you? You should have been put this message out here. You should have led with this. It shouldn't have been no video. So now you're out here, you're mad. Yeah, the DA's office had to let you go. You want to know why? Because if that's how you felt towards Black women, they would have to now be forced to open up every fucking case that you've either had to defend someone against the Black woman or offer yourself as a defense attorney or prosecutor for a Black woman with an unfavorable outcome. Yes, you would have to be investigated. I would ask for an opening it up. So you had a lot of people who, a lot of people who had comments to say about this. One person said, so alcohol made you colorist and prejudiced to only Black women? Ciao. Congratulations to us Black women, particularly dark-skinned Black women. Another person said he could have made a statement weeks ago, but his initial reaction was to turn off his comments and go on about his day. He apologized because he was forced to resign. No, thank you. Someone else said, we stay winning. Now review his past cases involving Black women. Okay. And then lastly, this is the apology he should have led with. Now comes the penance. He's a lawyer, and a pathway of penance could be for him to. Oh, and then they're saying he's a lawyer, and a pathway of penance could be for him to be of use to Black women who need legal help pro bono. Maybe after that, perhaps he can pursue his legal dreams, but the work starts now. Well, I don't feel sorry for you. I just, to be honest with you, I don't feel sorry for you. You know, a lot of times we often are told that a lot of the mistakes you make as a child and you don't learn the lessons on the way become real bad consequences when you turn to an adult. And here we are, Chef Way. You should know, you should have known better. You know, shit, people may say I'm addicted to marijuana, but it damn sure ain't on no rainy day or no bad day or good day have me out here spewing hate. Certainly it doesn't. So you blaming your addiction on alcohol? Certainly that's not enough for me. And you relapsing, that we don't have nothing to do with that. How many women had to go drink alcohol because some of the things you were saying about them? So I don't feel bad for you, sir. You can get your ass out of here. What y'all had to say? What y'all think? What do y'all think? Oh, his hating ass. Oop. But will she show up to trial? Oh, Terrence has it. Oh, wait. Mia would eat Omarion alive. Okay. Law of dissertation, not the alcoholic defense. Okay, that's exactly what it was. Oh my God, write a book, ninja. This is why you shouldn't put your foot in your mouth. It will only leave room for your ass to be kicked later. Omarion and Nia would be a fun thing. Nothing serious, but fun. That's all. That's it. Nothing long term. Please. Where's my violin for this bullshit Chef Way is spewing? He really feels that way about Black women, period. Didn't feel this way for women, whatever. Exactly. I thought that too. It's too late. He apologized, but it's like, I mean, what you want us to do? Why couldn't I be at home playing my violin? Do I got the violin? I got nothing. Okay, because it's like, you ain't saying nothing. Me and Chef Way could have collabed. Okay. I don't like Chef. He's pathetic, completely pathetic, and he knows what he's doing. Now the bags are starting to dry up. The endorsement deals are being cut, and your job has asked you to resign because even them, they've said that he's become a distraction. Part of his speech right here says that how he's become a distraction. You know, but once I saw that my presence at the DA's office was becoming larger than the office itself and the ability of Black women in particular to feel protected, I knew that the only correct course of action was to resign and allow the healing process to begin. Nigga, you should have been resigned. So you want us to feel bad? Don't feel bad for you. And I wouldn't feel bad for Roman if Roman did the same thing years ago when he was on alcohol abuse. Because anything during that period of time is up for checkage in my future. Okay, yeah, I need to go back and clear that shit up. And you did it publicly too, bro. It ain't like you did it at home or a few texts. You publicly, so you need to be publicly scrutinized. I don't feel bad for the man. I don't. But I did want to update y'all on that. The fact that, hey, Aisha, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. See, I can't say that word, but play Jamie Foxx. Blame it on the and crew. So that's all I had today. Those were all of the stories that I wanted to cover today and talk to you all about. I really do appreciate y'all being here. Please hit that like button for me. Now, I asked y'all a question at the top of the hour, and I said, do not answer it until the end of the show. And we are here at the end, so I want your answers. So the question was, of these four individuals, which two would you bring back to life and which two would you leave dead? Go. Let me know in the chat. I want to know in the chat. Who and what? Who and what? I'm curious to know what y'all think. We got Aaliyah, we got Prince, we got Whitney, aka Nippy, and we got Michael Jackson. Uh-oh. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Whitney. MJ and Whitney, Prince. So we got, all right. Oh, thank you, Miss Toby. I appreciate it. Baby. I'm trying to keep my head up while everybody is focused on the drama. And I said, I'm just gonna offer my people just a relief of something else during this period of time while it's crazy. I ain't going nowhere, but it definitely was like, shit, do I want to go, during this? But thank y'all. I appreciate it. It's because y'all really show up for me. So thank you. Um, Whitney and Prince, Whitney and Aaliyah, Michael and Whitney, MJ and Whitney, Prince and Whitney, Whitney and Prince, bring them back. Prince and Whitney, Whitney and Aaliyah, Aaliyah and Prince, Aaliyah and Whitney. Ooh, Aaliyah would be so cold if she was still here. So y'all know who I said. I mean, it should be no surprise. I absolutely 100% said Aaliyah and Whitney. Absolutely. Absolutely. It was so many people who had wanted Whitney. Whitney and MJ was like the top on the list when I saw this on Twitter. I was like, I mean, I would love to bring them all back, but my top two would be Whitney and Aaliyah. Aaliyah would be so cold. Aaliyah would be up with the likes of, in terms of her famousness, her Beyonce. In terms of her famous likability, crossover, commercial appeal to be liked by so many genres, I think Aaliyah would have served that and still maintain that hood credibility. I think she do. I really only want to say one, Prince. The other three I can't see surviving the present day very well. Oh, Prince just didn't fuck with nobody. That's how Prince kept his solitude, just not doing no interviews, not fucking with nobody, having them private parties, and being very strict on who could attend. Lord knows I would have wanted to attend one of them parties. Um, hey Charles, thank you for coming through. Thank you. Absolutely, absolutely. So that was my question today. I wanted to know what we thought. So it's funny. We got some taste in the room. Everybody, we know for a fact, everybody here loves Whitney. So I can definitely do a Whitney day. Okay. Everybody loves Whitney. I might just do a Whitney day. We might have a Whitney morning one time. I feel like Whitney would live for 2 weeks, then dead again. MJ would be worried to death with scandals and die within a year. Aaliyah would have to endure the scandal of P Man. Oh my God. That is true. Aaliyah would be all up in this R. Kelly shit. She would be all up in that shit. You are so wrong for that. Would B have her career if Aaliyah was here? Now that's a conversation I always have to go through. I think it would be a very competitive space. It would be even more competitive. R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. She said probably not, Miss Toby. Probably not. Y'all know I'm a member of Behind. Can't be saying all that stuff like that on camera. So we just to give y'all a quick rundown. We talked about Aretha Franklin and how her song is now soared to #1. This was part of our announcements in the early top of the show. Diamond's cause of death was a heart disease and not COVID-19, though no autopsy report was done. I clarified this AP course thing in Florida and the fact that if you look closely, it's because the course submitted by the College Board has a portion in there where they're talking specifically about feminist and gay and lesbian activists. So check that out at the top of the hour, which led to a letter being sent to a lot of different parents about AP and how it's on a volunteer basis of students being a part of the class. I also wanted to break down to you all the price of eggs and why it's so high. So we talked about that, and I hope that was some eye opening to you all because it's just not with eggs. It's all across bacon, all the other meat. This is what's happening. You got the top person in that market who produces maybe 20% or more in that market, and they've decided to raise their prices. And because the other people can either drop it low, which they lose money, or raise their price high and make money, they're going to copy that person. You get enough people copying, you got a price change in the market. And that's what we're facing right now. Talked about Brittany Griner and how some of her special arrangements for the WNBA is simply travel. She needs to be on a chartered flight to travel to and from her different games, but it's a bigger issue because it's $30 million to do it across the board. Because if you do just her, you got to do everybody on her team, and then if you do everybody on her team, you got to do all the teams, and that becomes a costlier feat. So they're looking at that now. And the season starts in May. We talked about Damar Hamlin and how everyone was saying that there's some conspiracy theories out about him after seeing him at the game throw his arms up. We all here agreed that Damar needs to sit down. We talked about TJ Holmes, and it's just exactly what you guessed. Another one, and another one, and another one. This time it was done at 3 a.m. and she walked out completely flushed like a deer in headlights. So y'all gotta check that out at the beginning of the hour. We talked about Tiffany Haddish and some of the backlash she's facing for her being in her role in the Girls Trip 2 movie, which I was shocked that they even considered her right now. It's too soon. It's too soon. Now we also talked about this mother who decided to, and I'll play it one more time. So we talked about that clip. You got to catch our conversation on that. We talked about how that was completely fucking wrong and trash of the mother. The mother did come out here and respond, basically saying, "That's my child. He can feel on ass all he wants to. He ain't gonna be gay like y'all." And I said, "Yeah, he gonna be gay. He gonna be bisexual. You fuck around like that. You being over sexualizing your son." And then I ended that on, "Y'all so homophobic. Y'all become pedophiles. Get the fuck out of here." So we talked about that. Check that out because I kind of had a moment. And then we touched on Beyonce in Saudi Arabia. And again, how it's just selective outrage. No one has nothing better to do than to call Beyonce out for going to get her bag. Bitch, let her get her bag. You're not saying that to the authors and the airline industries who do business in Saudi Arabia. Starbucks has Starbucks in Saudi Arabia. Stores that are in Saudi Arabia. You ain't telling them, and you go to see them every fucking day, but you ain't telling them that they shouldn't do business there. But Beyonce take her precious ass over there, get 24 million for an hour set, and you bitches mad. You don't suck all of my dick, boy. Bye. So Beyonce got all of these Grammy noms, and they're also saying she's not going to be performing at the show. So shout out to Beyonce, and I hope you heal from the little ankle accident you had in Saudi Arabia. I know you're gonna bounce back, boo. And shout out to Fatima who choreographed that show out in Saudi Arabia. That was a dope show. And then we talked about Rock Nation, how CEO has to sit down for a deposition. Now this is a slippery slope because other pieces of information could arise from this deposition. They tried their hardest to get the CEO not to be deposed and someone lesser, but unfortunately, it did not work out that way. And so we're here. We're supposed to. We'll hear more about that in April when they reconvene. And then I closed on Chef Way, how he's now officially resigned his position as a prosecutor, ADA. I think it's in Texas. In Texas. And so I guess he wants us to feel bad for him. He might relapse. We don't. We want you to reap. You need to suffer your consequences. You need to learn a lesson, bro. So you could be a better person, and you could tell other folks moving forward that you need to be careful. You need to be careful about what you say online. I be thinking about my old tweets and shit. I ain't never say nothing like that. I ain't never go off the hinge like that. Tell a black woman that in order for this picture to look good, she have to lighten herself up. Or you have a black woman and a light person in the picture, and you say, take the dark skin one out. Now it looks better. And you want us to take your shit. You want us to feel bad for you. I almost said something. I just, which I almost said, you better go, child. If you don't go get you a bottle, sit your ass down somewhere. Good morning, Aries. Good morning. Good morning, Aries. B would never be as big if Aaliyah was here. Oh shit. No, she would not have the career she has. Aaliyah was sacrificed for it. Yep, I said it. Bobby. Yeah, I did 6:35 this morning. I have heard that for years. Y'all be safe. You too. You too, of course. A rogue dick will be roguish. Don't give in to the rogue D. Y'all leave Beyonce alone. I like when you do polls. That's what's up. Of course. Thank you. I'm trying. I learned that from watching, learning from the queen. I guess he said what he felt. All the women need to stay away from him. Period. I mean, at this point, he got an Asian wife, and so he doesn't really have to deal with it in his household. But at this point, whatever you gonna have to go to hardware or automotive, because whatever product you try to push, you're going to have a black woman as a consumer. That's going to be a potential for an audience for you. You can't push food products, cooking utensils, ingredients without that demographic. So that's why I said you might want to go sell wood, nails, lawn mows. You might want to go work, change oil or some shit. That way you ain't got to deal with any black women. I mean, you still would have to, but at that point it's probably limited. The fuck? Like, clearly. And yes, you all have a great day. We did it again, y'all. We got through another show. I appreciate y'all for being here and holding me down as always. I will be back on Friday. And tomorrow night, I said I might get messy. I might get a little messy on Thursday night. I might come live and just be messy. I think I might want to be messy. I don't know what I'm gonna be messy about, but Thursday night, tomorrow we're not gonna be live in the morning time, so I might come back in the nighttime. But we will be live Friday morning. If you listen to this show, you briefly heard some of the topics that we're gonna talk about on tomorrow's show. Thank y'all for being here. As always, I really, really do appreciate the support, the love, all of that greatness. And to content creators who check me out, don't drop down. Thank you. I feel your energy and I appreciate the support. I really, really do. And crew, until the next time, I'm talking about tomorrow, okay? Until next time, deuces.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go.